Today we're checking out the Fifine X3, and this, to get things out of the way, was sent to me months ago by Fifine for me to check out. They sent it free of charge, but yeah, I have some time now to take a look at them to figure out whether or not this is something that you may like. And they do have their caveats, but they also have their benefits. So hopefully we're going to go over all of that in this video, and hopefully it's going to be useful. So just to get a few things out of the way, these do support multi-point connection, meaning that you can connect them to more than one device at a time, actually 2 devices at a time. They are active noise canceling, and I'll go over that feature in a second. They are wireless, of course, but they also work with a auxiliary cable, which is included. And as you can see from here in the image, they also have a microphone, an extending microphone, which is flexible. And I will show you that in just a second, but this is removable, so it's optional. And yeah, so other features, they are very light. It says compact, but that's because you can't fold them in, as you can see. They kind of fold like this. There is no carrying case, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But yeah, they do get very, very compact, as you can see. And then when you extend them, they look like so. They are very lightweight. They do have a left and right indicator. It is very faint, but I think you can see it right there. They are comfortable. They are very lightweight, like I mentioned. They are a round ear. Depending on the size of your ear, they might kind of go over the very edges of your earlobes, but at least in my ears, they kind of cover pretty much the entirety of my earlobes. So yeah, they do a very good job at isolating your ambience. It's not that you don't hear anything at all, but they do a very good job at isolation. So we're gonna go over all those features in the noise canceling aspect of the video. Now, going over the physical aspects of it, they are entirely made of plastic, which kind of helps in making them very lightweight. The only metal part visibly is the part of the headband when you extend it, as such. Okay, but otherwise the whole construction is very plasticky. The ear cushions are very soft. It makes them very comfortable. It adds to the comfort, but this does not appear to be memory foam, at least not in my opinion, because they don't really stay where you press them. But they are very, very soft. They feel really nice. They kind of remind me of the Bose AE2s, I think it was the model number. Very old, very premium headphones at the time. A very long time ago. It was like almost 20 years now. At least 15 years ago, I had some Bose headphones that felt really comfortable because of the ear cushions. This reminds me of those. Okay, they're probably not as good, but they are very nice, very soft to the touch. Okay, now here when we look at the physical parts, you can see that there is the I think this is 2.5 millimeter section for the microphone extension. You got a USB charging port, and you got a 3.5 millimeter auxiliary for the included cable. You also have some buttons right here. This is for toggling the active noise canceling, which also activates pass-through and turn it off completely. You have a volume control. You single press to increase the volume, and you double press to decrease the volume. No, rather, sorry, correction. You single press to increase the volume, and you press and hold to lower the volume. I think it's actually a pretty good way, or pretty good implementation for volume control. I really like it. And then you have the power button, which also functions as multifunction button, which you can use to start or stop playback and answer calls. Okay. This is the right cup, which is on the left side. Because of the way they fold, I cannot turn them this way and fold them. So this is why the right cup is in this side. So what I'm trying to say here, or what I want to get to, is that this part is touch sensitive, and if you double tap, you activate an extra bass kind of feature, and then if you press and hold, it activates transparency. So if you have active noise canceling on and maybe you want to hear your surroundings, maybe somebody's talking to you, then you can just touch and hold like this and it will activate the transparency, and then you can hear a lot better around you. It also lowers the volume of whatever media you are listening to at the moment, so it also helps with being able to listen to your surroundings. Okay, there is nothing going on the left side or the left ear cup. Okay, and as you can see, there is some padding on the top side here, not on the sides, but just on the top side. And it is also very, very soft and very comfortable. So I really liked the way this feels. Now, other features to go around. It says it got multiple EQ modes, but like I mentioned, it's about double tapping and you get the extra bass. And they are okay for calls. We're gonna go. I'm gonna show you a demo of what that sounds like. And they do have a very long battery life, so this can last up to 33 hours of regular listening. Now, if you go to the other side of the box, it tells you that they have great sound quality. They do sound pretty good for the price. And like I mentioned, they do have a cable connection. They are very comfortable, and yeah, they do pair quickly, I guess. Right, so yeah, let's get the box out of the way. So as with any listening device, what's most important is the sound. So the sound quality it's pretty balanced. It's okay for the price, like I mentioned. You can enjoy a lot of bass, and some people say that they are not too bass heavy. I kind of think that they are very balanced and they do have decent clarity. However, when you activate with a double tap the extra bass, I do feel that it overpowers all the other frequencies. So I don't like to listen to them with the bass, with the extra bass, because I kind of prefer the way they sound with the normal EQ, so that everything sounds very clear. And even with that mode, I feel like the bass is very adequate. I don't feel that they are lacking in the bass. So as for call qualities, you do have two options. You can use the microphone that's integrated, and this has several microphones. You can see two right here. These are for the ambient noise, which helps with the noise canceling. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this one right here is the microphone for the calls themselves, and it's right there next to the extension. So let me show you the extension, which I think I have. So this is the 3.5 millimeter cable, and it is a TRRS cable, meaning that it includes the microphone signal. So this is what you connect to your smartphone, and of course it also works on regular TRS plugs, or ports, but it will work a little bit better with the microphone. I mean, with a smartphone or any device that inputs or supports headset input. Now this is the microphone extension. As you can see, it is a few inches long. This is roughly, let's see, 6 inches long. Okay, and then it goes right here in the port, like so. And then this is what it looks like when you are wearing them. So they're on the right side, and I can't get in front of here. So kind of discreet. It depends on what side you are looking at them from. But yeah, very easy to put in and remove, and it's flexible, so you can pretty much set it in any way, any position that you want, up to a degree. Okay. So, So yeah, these are the Fifine X3. I really like them. I do not wear them for a very long time because I am more used to open earbuds at this point. However, whenever I want to listen to music with some isolation, or maybe I want to read and do not have any distractions, then the noise canceling aspect of this is going to help. Now, on the topic of noise canceling, like I mentioned, the button allows you to activate pass-through, which means that you can listen to everything around you amplified by the microphones in the headset, and you can disable everything altogether. And this is with a toggle of the ANC button right here. Now, the noise cancellation itself, it is active, so it does use the microphones to kind of record or try to generate a compensating sound wave that will cancel the noise from outside. It works okay. you do notice a reduction in ambient noise in general. However, it is not perfect. I don't think that for the price you should expect something miraculous. But if you activate noise canceling and you start playing some music, maybe some lo-fi or whatever music you would like to listen to for focusing, or maybe some white noise, then that in conjunction with the noise canceling makes or it's actually very effective, is what I'm trying to say. Also, because the sound quality is good, and as opposed to other noise canceling headphones that I have tried in the past, these ones do not affect the sound signature, or at least not that I can notice. So you can still enjoy the quality of your music while having the active noise canceling on, and you will not really sacrifice any quality, at least as far as I can perceive. Now, like I did mention, when you change the EQ by double tapping and you add the extra bass, that does change the sound signature by a lot. And I personally do not like it. So if you are really into bass, like a bass head, and you just like to feel the bass of the music, then that's going to be a very enjoyable experience. However, if you're like me and you prefer the clarity and the instrument separation and listening to all the frequencies the way that they were intended, then without that extra bass EQ activated, it's going to sound just fine. Okay, maybe not audiophile level, but pretty good. Very, very enjoyable for the average user, I would say. So yeah, for all the features that you get, the quality, the comfort, lightweight, and noise canceling aspect, maybe you want to give this to a student, any student whatsoever, whether that's a teenager or somebody in college, or maybe you just want to be able to focus on your work while you're listening to music, then these are going to be a rather affordable yet very good option. So yeah, these are the Fifine X3, and I hope that this video was helpful. Hope to see you in the next one, and until then, may God bless you all.